Breaking news, the JFK files have finally been dropped. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, so do the JFK files reveal that he was assassinated because of UFOs or something else altogether? Was it the CIA? What is in these things? Well, they just dropped. I haven't had time to go through them. People are going to have, a lot of people are going to have a long night ahead of them going through all of this. From MSN, Trump releases declassified files on JFK assassination. Here's what they say. President Donald Trump's administration on Tuesday released what it said were all of the government's classified files on the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy, making thousands of pages of records available to the public for the first time. The release of the files comes after Trump signed a Day 1 executive order in January aimed at fully releasing government documents related to the assassinations of Kennedy, his brother and presidential candidate, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights icon Martin Luther King, Jr. The contents of the documents and whether any previously unreleased information is in them wasn't immediately clear. USA Today will continue reviewing the files and updating this story. Now, somebody got Grok to look at this. Dino Suarez says that it's a massive nothing sandwich, that Grok told him this. The link you provided points to a National Archives page regarding the release of records related to the assassination of JFK. Etc. Based on the information from the National Archives in related context, here's a brief rundown of the findings from these files as of today. The released records, which include about 2,400 newly discovered FBI documents, provide additional details on Lee Harvey Oswald's activities and background, such as his contacts with Cuban intelligence and Soviet ties, notably in Mexico City, as well as CIA and FBI monitoring of him prior to the assassination. There's also mention of an eerie FBI call warning of Oswald's death shortly after his arrest. The files expand on previously known information, including interviews, Secret Service security protocols during the motorcade, and investigative materials from the Warren Commission. However, no groundbreaking revelations have emerged to overturn the Warren Commission's 1964 conclusion that Oswald acted alone in assassinating JFK. The documents reinforce this narrative, offering more context, like support for the single bullet theory, rather than evidence of a conspiracy. That is according to Dino Suarez again. I'm sure others will come up with other results. Anna Polina Luna was saying that she believed in a two-shooter scenario or a multiple shooter scenario, which of course is what many people believe. Nobody's really had time to go through all these things yet. I highly doubt that this is going to bring down the CIA. I don't think they would release the documents if there was anything incriminating in it pertaining to the CIA. I think that the CIA probably had a part in this, but yeah, again, if they were incriminated, they wouldn't be releasing this stuff. They wouldn't be able to. It would be impossible for them to bring down the CIA with this information. The CIA would never allow that to happen. Of course, that's just me. That's just, my thinking and, what I've seen. Of course, Yuri Geller says it's actually not the CIA. His information exonerates the CIA and some of the other usual suspects, but he does say there's some pretty wild stuff in what he has seen in his remote viewing of the assassination, which he did at the behest of the CIA. Now, this is from 6 years ago when in another document dump of the JFK stuff, leading up to this document dump, he was asked to speak about his involvement and his remote viewing of the assassination for the CIA. I'll link to this full news piece so you can watch the whole thing at your leisure when he talks about exonerating the CIA and etc. But here is what he had to say.
And all the newspapers and TV stations are calling me day in, day out to find out what I discovered. And the reason it is stunning, and the reason I cannot reveal it if they will not, bring it into public domain, is because the ramifications of what I know can be even today kind of shake the political outlook of what is happening today.
So he says that's why they're not going to release it, or he's not going to even talk about it until it's officially released, because it would actually inform our modern political reality. Now, again, this was 6 years ago, but I have to think that it's largely the same in many respects. So, this has ramifications that would carry through to right now if this information were released, at least from what he saw in his own remote viewing. And again, he wasn't seeing that the CIA was in any way associated with it, which I thought was interesting. But I guess they wouldn't have hired him to view it if they thought they would be implicated, which is another interesting thing, because here I am thinking that it's definitely the CIA from what I've seen. And Yuri is saying, actually, no, he was hired by the CIA to get to the bottom of it, which I think is really interesting. Now, this is a remote viewing from Farsight. And, as I've talked about many times, when Dick Allgaier and Daz Smith left Farsight, I stopped following the Farsight Remote Viewing Institute and followed Dick and Daz instead. But here is what Dick was seeing, or part of it, during his remote viewing of the JFK assassination. Again, under double-blind conditions, he had no idea what he was viewing.
They're confident enough, somebody's got enough juice, whoever hired them, they trust that they can get away with this, that they're not going to left to be hung out.
So he's seeing a multiple assassin situation with some powerful, muscle behind them, some juice, as he says, and they're not afraid of being caught. To me, again, that seems to implicate, powerful organizations like the CIA. But Yuri Geller is, saying not so fast. So you have these conflicting, in my opinion, remote viewings of the assassination. One of my favorite remote viewings of the assassination is actually a remote viewing done by Daz Smith. Now, in this same video, he remote views the assassination, but he is getting different material, different information in this particular viewing. But in one viewing, he actually sees JFK pass into the other realm, pass into the afterlife. He sees the spiritual transition of JFK from this mortal coil to the afterlife. And it was a beautiful, beautiful remote viewing, very moving and lovely. So I don't think we're going to get any bombshells from this JFK, document dump. But I would love to be proven wrong. The official announcement says all records previously withheld for classification that are part of the JFK assassination records collection are released. However, it doesn't really appear like all of them are released. I think that it says at a certain point, it says, if it's grand jury secrecy, etc., there could be some stuff withheld. I imagine all the juicy stuff is still being withheld. But let me know what you guys think. Obviously, it's early days yet. We'll have to, see what shakes out, if anybody's able to find anything juicy in all of this. But I thought I'd make a quick video talking about some of this stuff. I still think our best information on all of this is going to be, like remote viewing, because I don't think the official channels are going to tell us anything. That's why I wanted to include a couple of remote viewings. However, they're getting what I think is conflicting information. So let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. Buy a t-shirt, buy a coffee mug, all that kind of good stuff. And there's plenty of other videos on the channel. I'll see you next time, guys. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.